Remember Ghost of Tsushima? That samurai game everyone raved about back in 2020? The one where a samurai throws tradition out the window to become a legend. Yeah, well, I totally missed the boat on that one. But, fear not, for I finally journeyed to Tsushima Island, and let me tell you, it's been one hell of an incredible experience. Sucker Punch Productions, the masterminds behind the beloved Sly Cooper series and the infamous series, which absolutely deserves its own video in the future, surprised us all with Ghost of Tsushima. Feudal Japan? A Mongol invasion? Well, that's my kind of game. This wasn't your average samurai game though. It was a chance to truly embody the spirit of a warrior forced to adapt in the face of a brutal enemy, the Mongols. Our protagonist, Jin Sakai, starts his journey as a samurai bound by honor. But when the Mongols mercilessly invade Tsushima, he's thrusted into a moral crisis. Tradition clashes with survival as Jin becomes the Ghost, a shadow warrior who abandons the rigid samurai code in favor of unorthodox tactics. This internal struggle perfectly mirrors the game's core theme: innovation versus tradition. It's a question that transcends time. How far would you bend the rules to protect your home and your people? Ghost of Tsushima isn't just about slicing and dicing Mongols, although let's be honest, there's plenty of satisfaction in that. The combat seamlessly blends with stealth, allowing you to be a whirlwind of steel or a silent predator. The game caters to different playstyles, rewarding both skillful clashes and strategic takedowns. Plus, the progression system lets you unlock a badass arsenal of abilities, weapons, and armor, making Jin an even more formidable force. The story isn't just about Jin's personal struggle. The characters around him are fantastically realized, from the tragic fall of Jin's mentor, Lord Shimura, to the complex relationship with Yuna. Each person feels alive and adds a depth to the narrative. Even the portrayal of the Mongols goes way beyond the typical villain trope, adding a layer of historical weight to the story. It's a captivating blend of personal struggle, loyalty, and the harsh realities of war. Tsushima Island itself is a breathtaking character. From the golden glow of bamboo forests swaying in the wind to the snow-capped mountains that pierce the clouds, the world is very meticulously crafted. Ghost of Tsushima throws away the cluttered HUDs of many games, letting the beauty of the environment just speak for itself. It's a world that begs to be explored. Whether you're just galloping across fields on horseback or using your grappling hook to scale ancient ruins, hidden secrets and stunning vistas are around just every single corner, just waiting to be discovered. Now, the director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima, which was the version that I played, was just added a whole new adventure. The Iki Island expansion whisks Jin away from the war-torn plains of Tsushima to a completely new frontier. It's vibrant and a storm-battered island shrouded in complete mystery. Now, the way that I played Iki Island was about halfway into the game, which, in my opinion, was definitely played incorrectly. I should have waited till I beat the whole game in order to proceed, but I just really wanted to play it just because I happened to accidentally stumble upon it, and I wanted to see what this whole expansion thing was about. I didn't know at first that it was part of the director's cut. I found that out a little bit later. But back to Iki Island. Iki Island isn't just a little detour that you can go and explore. It really delves deep into Jin's psyche and what he thinks throughout the game. Now, this is why I'm definitely saying it was meant to be played afterwards. I mean, considering the fact that the DLC came way after the full game came out. Here, Jin confronts the lingering trauma of his actions on Tsushima. It definitely goes a lot more personal as to what forces Jin to grapple with the ghosts of his past and what he could have done in order to save his father. You get a couple new allies and foes that do come from Iki Island. Each have their own agenda that intertwine beautifully with Jin's struggle for redemption. The Iki Island expansion doesn't just expand the world, it also expands a little bit of Jin's arsenal. You get a couple new abilities like Shattered Horn Charge, which allows you to charge in with your horse and changes up the brutal encounters and adds a little bit more dynamic throughout, which is very interesting. There's also a good amount of new gear to collect in this island, including, but not limited to, the legendary Sakai clan armor, which was really cool to get because it was like a huge powerful echo of Jin's heritage and was a good way to honor his fallen father. To me, Iki Island wasn't just an add-on, it was a satisfying extension of Jin's epic saga. Definitely needs to be played for anybody that just played the base game and never delved into the DLCs. It provides a deeper look into the psyche of Jin, offering breathtaking new environments to explore, and it also injects a little bit of fresh new combat mechanics to keep the gameplay exciting. So again, if you have never played Iki Island, which I'm assuming a lot of you guys have, considering the game has been out for 4 years now, and I'm a little bit late to the game, Iki Island is definitely a rewarding chapter that'll leave you a lasting impression. Now, even masterpieces like Ghost of Tsushima have room for improvement. While I really do believe that the combat is fantastic, I think maybe introducing a little bit more enemy variety could have kept things fresh throughout the entire game. The same goes for the stealth mechanics, they're solid, but I do think that they could offer a little bit more depth for the sneaky samurai in all of us. Also, I'd like to add, some more meaningful choices throughout the story would add even more replay value. The way I try to imagine it is if you were given choices where Jin definitely could have gone more of the stealthy side, or he could have gone more of the honorable side and followed his true samurai code. But alas, the game is amazing in many ways. Ghost of Tsushima is more than just a game. It's an interactive masterpiece. The story resonates, the gameplay is addictive, and the world is completely unforgettable. To me, it's a shining example of what video games can achieve, transporting us to another time and place. As we hold our breath for a potential sequel, one thing's for certain: Ghost of Tsushima has carved its name into the Hall of Fame of action-adventure games. So, please let me know what you guys think when you play Ghost of Tsushima, or let me know down below if you have played Ghost of Tsushima and what you think of it. And I hope you guys come back for the next one. Thank you again, and goodbye.